They just keep going and going and going and going forever. Good afternoon, guys. How are you? Today, I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about Lane 7. There's some new drama associated with Lane 7. I want to talk about egos and controlling, and maybe some things in between. We'll see where it goes. Right now, I'm traveling, so I have limited tools. It's a pretty basic setup, but regardless, I hope the message gets across. And I want to know your opinions as well. So feel free to comment below. Comments are enabled. We can have a discussion. Okay, so Lane 7 is a big company in the UK. They've expanded into Germany as well. I think that's their only location outside of the UK. Now, Lane 7 is like the new Hollywood Bowl. Now, Hollywood Bowl, I've made many videos on Hollywood Bowl. They just care about redemption. They don't care about the players. They just want revenue coming in, right? Very simple. It's a corporation. They're greedy. You know, that they come hand in hand. Corporation, greediness, nice to meet you. That's what happens, right? We all know this, right? Well, at least I thought we do, but this is where the video begins, right? So, rewind a little. I went to Lane 7 back in 2015 in Newcastle. That was the first time I visited Lane 7. And I have a video of the Sheffield location on my channel here, going all the way back. Now, Lane 7 used to be, it was kind of like a dive bar. Everything was sticky, right? But arcade machines were maybe £1, so like £1, $1, you know, the basic credit to play a machine. This was before Rona and everything else. But you don't go there to play the machines for competitiveness, you know. You know they're going to be sticky, you know they're going to be shit, but you don't care, you're just there with your friends. That's how it was. People were shouting, you could never play a music or a dance game in there. It would just be impossible. Like you would always be drowned out by the ambient music of the bar. But if you still want to play a dance game where you have to listen to the music of the game, you can. But that's not the primary purpose of the location, right? So I went again recently. I went to the locations in Birmingham, both of them, Leicester. We went to Durham. We went to London twice. So I've been to a lot of the locations. I still haven't been to the one in Germany yet, in Potsdam at Platz. They have nice Christmas markets there, by the way. And what I noticed was all the locations are very modern now, very clean, very modern. They're sort of attracting a new type of clientele. Gone are the sticky, fighty people, and in come the people who dress nice, who want to take their partner on a date, right? Everything is clean. But with cleanliness and image comes expense. Everything gets more expensive. So 3 months ago, at the start of March, I think it was 3 months ago, time's going really quick. Start of March, I went to London Camden's Lane 7 location. Because I was like, oh, I wonder how Lane 7 is in London. I've been to the one in Sheffield, Newcastle. How does a southern location feel? I cannot believe it that the machines were £3.50 a credit, which is borderline just over $4. And if you want to play with your friend, your partner, you're looking at like $9 for the both of you, which is insane. And that's just one game, which may last 1 minute or 3 minutes, depending which game you play, right? I think this is crazy. And especially if you play a music rhythm game, you can't hear the machine because it's drowned out by a DJ or whatever else, right? The machine is offline. So a lot of these modern machines, they have network connections. You can enhance the gameplay by making it, you know, plugged to the internet. You're paying that. You're spending 10,000 on a machine. It's going to have internet connectivity. We're in 2025, right? So you can enhance the gameplay. And if you get professional players, you're bringing in brand new machines. These aren't old machines. They're bringing in brand new machines. They're not connecting them to the internet. They're not maintaining them, and they're charging $9 for two players, right? Insane. I couldn't believe it. So I started visiting all the Lane Sevens to get a good opinion of the company. And I was like, no, this is awful. You know, it's basically they're going on image. They want more money. They want more revenue, right? They're a business. They're entitled to do that. My opinion in my videos was I think this is crazy. That's my channel. That's my opinion, right? So I got a bit criticized for this, which is no new news. I get criticized all the time. But I got criticized by the Pump It Up community in the UK for making these videos. I was like, what? How can you defend a business charging this much for a crappy machine? So I upload this video on March the 4th, right? Over 1,000 views right now, which is crazy for a crappy bowling alley like this, right? And then fast forward, I was sent some screenshots. I don't use Discord at all. Never. It's a horrible place. But regularly I get sent screenshots, things all the time, right? I mostly ignore some, laugh at others, but some warrant a video because they sort of spark something in me, right? So I went in here, I went to see what was going on. So my video was start of March and end of March. Guys, if Lane 7 London Camden for whatever reason is offline when you want to play, let a manager know and they can sort it right on out for you. It's a 1 minute fix. I was like, wait, what's going on? Why would anyone want to pay £3.50 for one credit? You know, this is crazy. And then the next day, oh, it's online. Oh, the machine's online. And that's when I got comments on my videos saying, oh, the machine's online. What are you talking about? It's not offline. And the credits are really cheap. Well, yeah, because this came after my video. My video was the seed that creates change, whether that's change from management, the community, or anyone else. Of course, someone's made it better. That's great. That's the intention of the video, right? You make a video saying this is crap, and then they have a decision. They can fix it or ignore it. Somebody from the community chose to fix it, which is great. That's always a good thing, and that is almost the purpose of the video sometimes, you know. So it's great, right? So I'm going. I don't know how Discord works. Sorry. So the same guy, Patrick, he's from Brazil. Actually, really nice guy. He supports the community really well. I think we would be lost without Patrick. He's fixed a lot of machines in the UK. But then I think something went weird, right? I assumed he was being paid by Lane 7. I haven't spoken to him. I have no idea. But he's traveled across the country fixing machines for Lane 7. And I'm talking about, I guess, getting a train or a car from London to Milton Keynes to Birmingham, all these cities, just to fix their dance machines, put them online, uh, fix the pads, or at least watch someone fix the pads for him, and various other things. Very good for the community, but it's either a lot of free work or you're getting paid. But from how this story pans out, I'm not sure he was paid because things took a turn. So he messaged me. He said, "Hey, how you getting on? Can you remove the negative review from Lane 7 on Google Maps? I had a discussion with them today. The machine's finally online. They also have some deals where you can play quite cheaply, right? Yeah, well, that's cool. Thank you for the information. Reasonable, but a review is based on your experience at the location. Maybe you had a bad burger in a restaurant, and someone tells you who's semi-affiliated with the restaurant to remove your review because the burgers are good now. But my review represents a segment in time, like the start of March. I went, it was crap. That's my review. Until I go again, then my review may change. You know, sometimes I don't even leave reviews, but this one I felt pretty passionate about. It was so crap and expensive, you know. So, so Patrick's doing his best, helping this company out, traveling across the country to sort out their machines, right? So we fast forward a few months. Now, Toby is a bully. He's an asshole. He's two-faced. He talks bad about people all the time. I've known the guy 20 years. He's a real piece of shit, right? But he likes control. He likes to mod machines, and he wants to be the only one modding the machines, even though he can barely pass a 15. But he won't give anyone the authority to mod the machines. The people who play at the location, it should be the people playing at the location who mod the machines. It makes sense, but they have to wait like a week for him to come in, fix something. And his modding is terrible. So anyway, so these are the two guys that seem to want to control a lot of the dance machines in London. Just these two guys, and people sort of seem to follow their word and follow their thing. But I do think Patrick's doing a good job. So then we fast forward a little bit more, and this is where I got the screenshots, right? The Lane 7 law has been insane this past week. So here's the usual Toby drama in private that he doesn't want to ever talk about publicly because of his image. Um, Damn, everyone talks about everything in Discord, don't they? It's almost like a WhatsApp group. This is crazy. Okay. So now I'm like, wait, Patrick is saying leave a 1-star review on Lane 7. I'm like, wait, what's going on, Lane 7? You told me to remove my review. Now you're telling everyone to leave a 1-star on the Lane 7 location? This is crazy. Or someone did it. That's what we are doing. Now, this is the thing I hate is when you have an opinion, like I had an opinion. I said Lane 7 was crap. It's expensive, right? I'm not telling everyone else to agree with me. Like, why do I need that? I have my opinion. I'm okay with that, but I don't need an army behind me to support my opinion. I think that's pretty weak, right? It's a weak show of character. But regardless, if you look at the reviews on Lane7 London Camden now, if we go to the lowest rating, so it's pretty bad. So this girl went to the location in Milton Keynes, left a one-star review because she couldn't hear the machine, she couldn't play the machine, and the machine was offline. Patrick went all the way there, fixed the machine, and then I guess she changed her review to 5 stars, and now it's back to 1 star. So it's just blah blah blah. The machine's crap. Da da da. Go down again. 1 star. But they always talk about the pump it up machine. Another one. Oh, Chi Chi from Birmingham. I'm not sure he's been to London. 1 star. Robbie London. 1 star. I know some of these people. I don't know the others. 1 star. Pump it up. Oh, there's Patrick himself. If he had to do all those journeys off his own wallet, yeah, he should be pissed. But so this is my question, right? Is it fair to get everyone you know to leave a 1 star review on a whole location because you personally had a bad experience, a bad relationship with a bowling alley, which we know charged £3.50 a credit, $9 for 2 people? You can sort of almost predict that this would happen, no? I don't know, but now everyone seems like, oh my God, the sound is. So what happened was they removed the volume knobs on the machine. I am not joking. They turned it down to minimum, uh, and removed the volume knobs. I am not joking. That's what happened. So they're gonna do it across the country, but that's not the only thing, right? If you look at the location in Berlin, so Potsdamer Platz, the Christmas market one, and you go to 1 star, you type in pump it up, they had the same thing. They had the same thing 7 months ago. 7 months ago, had the exact same thing in Germany, right? So this guy, Peter, he gave a full timeline of everything what happened, and apparently they had a technician and he got fired, but no one knows why. But I think maybe they know why, right? So he got fired, and he was the only guy maintaining the machine. And if you know anything about dance games in Germany, then they have a terrible history of arcades. I think they got banned, in fact, because they got linked with gambling under the same umbrella, kind of like in Greece as well. So if you want to play a dance game in Germany, it's very, very difficult. But now they're kind of on the up again, which is why introducing some machines in Berlin is like, wow, we've got machines again. But of course, these look more like the younger generation. I don't know these names anymore. But yeah, rude management. The dance machine is low volume. Da da da. We can't hear it. Too much music. The volume is just not enough. It's the same exact thing. So this has already happened in Germany, right? And this is pretty well known. Even I know about this, and I admittedly don't really dip into the conversations of Discord and WhatsApp that much, right? I'm too busy for that. So even I know about that. So if you're going into a location, right, you see my video, you see how I presented it. It's expensive, it's crap, right? You know the history of the location in Germany. The exact same thing there. What's to make you think if you travel all across the country on behalf of Lane7 that you are gonna make any difference to a multinational £1 million business who don't give a crap about you? You're a friggin' mosquito. You're a gnat. you know? And this is it. So now it's come back to this whole, we've gone around this whole circle. I left a video, I got critiqued. Someone stepped in, fixed everything, traveled on behalf of Lane7. We come all the way back. Oh, Lane7 are crap. I can't believe this arcade. Remove their volume knobs. Da, 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 da. And it's crazy, right? It's crazy. So I want your opinion on this. Do you think Lane7 did the community dirty? Well, yeah, I think of course they did. Should you have really put in a lot of effort in trying to help a big corporation? to benefit the community. Like, was that a good decision? Knowing that they did all this a few months ago. Like, is it a case of, oh, your ego's high and you think you can be the one to change things and make a difference? Or is it just because you want to selfishly help the community? I think there is a fine line between that. Because I made a video in Malaysia. We encountered a very disgusting community leader who wasn't very good at the game, but inserted herself in lots of admin roles across Facebook groups, Discords, and just enjoyed that authority. But if you ask her to play the game, she was terrible. But I noticed this pattern across a lot of community leaders for these games in other countries as well. UK, we have Toby. France, Spain, even though she's not Spanish. Malaysia, but even in Italy, I had my Italian friends say, "Oh, that is an amazing video you made, Sean. Can I borrow the thumbnail?" Because I made a video, I'll link it below. You can check it out. But it talks about that kind of type of person who doesn't have skill at the game, but still wants something. So they sort of assert themselves into admin roles. And I think a lot of that is intertwined with the point of this video. So now it seems like it's the UK pump it up community versus Lane 7. But really, Lane 7 is a business. They don't care about you. Big multinational company. Why even bother? That's my take on it, to be honest. Like, why even put the effort in? Why even bother? Why even ask people to leave one-star reviews? But that is a good point because if you look at the Lane 7 reviews, they allegedly, pretty obviously, have a lot of fake reviews, right? So what you do, you sort by highest rating. I'd love someone to put all of this in Excel and work out some formulas because I've seen some of these sentences across different locations, right? So what you do, you sort by 5 stars and someone will drop the name of someone that works there. So at the Durham location, we have Michael. So then you search for Michael and click enter. You can see every review with Michael's name. Now I asked you, how many of you go to a bar to drink, have fun, but you remember the name of the person who gave you a really great drink, right? That never fucking happens, you know? This is crazy. But the amount of reviews that happen within a short period of time making Michael's 5-star service unbelievable. This is crazy. Michael's handsome. Attentive staff. Michael, I'll get out. Michael looked after us, you know? And one of them was like Michael, it was something like Michael showed us how to bowl and stayed with us for our whole bowling thing. He's the goatist. He helped us with our non-vegan options. It's great. Oh, he needs a promotion. I wonder if it's Michael himself. But it's not, because if you do the same thing at the Leicester location, find the name, search it, you'll see the same thing. So that they are buying, allegedly, but it's pretty obviously buying fake reviews. And many businesses do it, but this is insane, you know? This is the amount of fake ones on here that I'm seeing is insane. Michael's an absolute dream. So leaving a 1-star review is actually pretty smart, in my opinion. I don't think it should be done through revenge, though, especially when certain people had a problem with my video. I feel we're coming full circle and seeing this a bit of hypocrisy here. Nevertheless, I do think 1-star reviews will have an impact on a business that seemed to be purchasing 5-star reviews. So right now, yeah, the quite a lot of dance game drama in the UK community around Pump It Up and Lane 7. But there is one thing I wanted to finish with, and that is something Peter said. Actually, Peter is a very solid guy. He is very consistent, even in private. So I do respect Peter's opinion. And Peter was the one that was talking about the volume knobs in here as well. So after everyone said they're going to leave a 1-star review, and Peter said, as I said before, leaving a 1-star review is representative of the whole venue. They mainly do bowling, which is true. The arcade is a side thing. They probably don't even care about the arcade. They don't even care about Pump, you know. You can't be that self-important to think they care about Pump. They don't give a shit. This is a company with millions of pounds. So he's saying, well, what they're going to do is just going to remove all the pump cabs. Would you rather prefer a pump cab that's offline with no sound or nothing, you know? So, I mean, and the Mirror probably won't like this if you want to support the game so much, and the Mirror is selling, like 8 pump cabs to Lane 7, and they decide to remove them because their business is getting 10, 12, 15, 20 one-star reviews. I didn't even go down all these reviews. They just keep going and going and going and going forever. So I can imagine, like Peter said, yeah, of course, they're going to remove the pump cabs. They don't want this negative press. They don't care about pump community. They probably didn't even know there was a pump community, to be honest. Or they might put a ban in place against the community as a whole for review bombing, which is what is happening. These guys are saying leave a one-star review. And that's what's happening. People are leaving one-star review. So yeah, it is quite interesting, but that is the latest update in the Lane 7 drama that's going on right now, and that's pretty much the end of it. They've removed the volume knobs off the machines, and it's gonna roll out across all the locations in the UK. So, I mean, Leicester doesn't have a machine, but we have Birmingham. There is a small community in Birmingham. They're really nice guys. Um, so yeah, that's what's going to happen. And in London, it's already happened. So if you go to Camden Lane 7 now, then no volume. All right. Yeah, so that is about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Sadly, yeah, that's just how it is, you know. What more can I say? But I think I've said everything. So yeah, stay tuned. There'll be another video coming soon. We're still doing arcade tours. I was thinking about doing something a little new for the channel coming up as well. But honest as always, straight to the point, no bullshit as always. Take care, guys. See you later.